furry fanatics, feel free to fantasize. In this week's episode of One Piece, Luffy does battle with the Mink tribe and quite literally takes the bull by the horns. The sense of wonder, discovery, and kick-assery in this week's episode of One Piece is just plain refreshing, especially after how long the Dressrosa arc really was. This week's episode was great, and it featured an action scene which I didn't expect to even have that great of an animation sequence. When Luffy was fighting against this one member of the Mink tribe by the name of Roddy, this massive half-human, half-bull creature, it just looked awesome. Just amazing. And the fight was so simple, it was basically just Luffy and this bull dude constantly slamming each other in the face with their own faces. And every single time they made contact, there was this massive crackle of lightning. And that's basically the shtick of the Mink tribe. They seem to utilize this electro-type attack and utilize it in all of their unique animal abilities. What I will say is this sequence was just fantastic, incredibly electrifying, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me! Galileo! 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 Galileo Figaro! Magnifico, bitches! So yes, I liked this sequence a lot. Roddy is a really cool character, and he's also joined by his good buddy BB the Afro Gorilla, another really goofy character. This episode right here was a really simple one, basically just watching Luffy fight against giant animal people. That and the fact that apparently some members of the Straw Hat crew might be the mayor of Strugglesville, because they might actually be dead. Seeing where they find out that some of their comrades might have actually been killed is funny, because everyone except for Usopp is keeping their cool. Of course, Usopp's gonna be freaking out, but Nico Robin is of course thinking of the worst thing possible, thinking that they maybe were cannibalized. But the Mink tribe themselves really aren't all that dangerous as they make themselves out to be. I mean, there's that one dog girl who is wearing Nami's clothes who goes by the name of Wanda, and she actually seems to want to protect the Straw Hat Pirates. Even Carrot the bunny girl, who has amazing jumping abilities, by the way. That sequence where she jumped up in the air was just plain awesome. I loved the animation during that sequence as well. It was very sketchy, and it just made it seem so powerful when she jumped up. I mean, it does make sense. She is a rabbit. She also gets some kick-ass points from Zoro, who mentions that her electrical abilities are pretty freaking awesome. I might be jumping the gun a little bit here, but I'm going to put Carrot as a great nomination for next member of the Straw Hat Pirates. I don't know, I think we need another female member, and she's unique in the fact that she's a bunny girl with electrical powers, who's super fast. I mean, come on, you do the math. And besides, it really wouldn't be all that far-fetched. Hell, Luffy even mentions in this episode that the island is basically an island of choppers. Luffy's battle with Roddy isn't concluded. That's because Wanda and Carrot arrive, and they manage to distract both BB and Roddy using a lot of just stereotypical things. One, she distracts BB with bananas because gorillas love bananas, just like fucking Donkey Kong. And then they go Matador style with Roddy by using a red cape, because that's what bulls always do in bullfights. Every single member of the Mink tribe certainly has little stereotypical things about them. I mean, Carrot is named Carrot for Christ's sake, and then you have Wanda, who seems to have this weird obsession with just walking up to people, sniffing them, and licking them. That's what she does to Luffy in this episode, which is weird and conflicting inside of my head. It's weird. It's like from the neck down, she's a human, but from up top, she looks like a Disney character. We also get to see the return of Trafalgar Law's crew, including that polar bear by the name of Beppo, who of course is a member of the Mink tribe. That actually finally makes sense, and he's just as goofy and awesome as always. Aside from all the cool action and funny moments, the big takeaway from this episode is that the center of the city on top of the elephant's back has been completely destroyed, and that's because there was this huge battle which took place only a couple of days previous, and that's thanks to this pirate by the name of Jack. A character who has been hinted at, we've even seen a little bit of him in the series, but trust me guys, this guy is freaking awesome. So what's the rundown on this week's episode of One Piece? The anime version is doing such a great job of adapting the Zou arc. It's just filled with so many amazing characters and little moments. I mean, the scene with Luffy fighting against Roddy was really awesome, but I loved how when it all concluded and all the other various members of the Mink tribe disappeared, the fact that there were like hundreds of them hiding in the shadows the entire time, and they're being led by this one other member of the Mink tribe by the name of Pedro, Tanjiro, who at the moment is not super important, but he's going to become a really cool character down the line, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him in the anime version, but they're doing a great job of making him seem so mysterious and kick-ass. I think it's safe to say that the Zou arc so far has just been a huge breath of fresh air for the One Piece series, and I imagine that everybody should be enjoying this arc. There's just enough new stuff, a lot of cool action, and a huge sense of discovery, and there's so many more other surprises down the pipeline, especially the way this episode ends, when Wanda and Luffy and Carrot are getting ready to go over to see their friends because there's another big rain eruption about to happen, and she mentions that there's a possibility that maybe Sanji is not around. And we know that there's some big things going on with Sanji in this arc, not only because of this, but for the fact that his brand new Wanted poster has the little message on it, "Wanted alive only." That's right, Sanji's going to be a really important part of this arc, and I am so excited to see how it's going to turn out in the next couple of episodes. What I will say is this one right here was just fantastic. It had some great imagery, a lot of stuff I'm going to remember forever. Luffy's battle with Roddy was really impressive, and just all of the landscape of this place looks great. Like, just the first minute of this week's episode was just a lot of sweeping shots of the island just so that you can get used to what it's like, and it's awesome. We've never been anywhere in the One Piece world like this before. It's so unique. It's on an elephant's back, which also has elephant footprints on its back. Yeah, there's a scene where the Straw Hat Pirates actually discover this massive footprint is embedded in the back of this giant elephant, which I imagine has to hurt like a bitch. But that means that there was something on this island that caused a lot of destruction, which might be another elephant. Just look at the intro of the show and that might give you some hints as to what it could possibly be. And that's all I'm going to say on that. What I will say is this week's episode was awesome. The Zou arc so far is just fantastic. I love it, and I especially love the side characters. They're so refreshing and unique, and the fact that they're all going to be different animal people just makes it all the more better. They're all going to just look cool and not just blend into the background, which is one of my favorite things about the Zou arc. So there it is. Awesome episode. I'm giving this one right here a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved it, and you should definitely check it out if you're a One Piece fan. If any of you did watch the episode, tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you have a favorite member of the Mink tribe thus far? Did you have a favorite scene from this episode? If you could be a mink, what type of animal would you be? You know, me thinking about it, I'm not sure what it would be. Maybe like a crocodile or a great white shark. Although I guess that technically falls under the Fishman line. Which, are fishmen just underwater Mink tribe members? I think this is a discussion for another video. In any case, make sure to tell me what you thought about this week's episode in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby.